Hi, hello, this is Anup here. And in this video, what we are going to see is security audit related stuffs using CMPivot. I have published a blog post about this recently, so I thought of explaining it in a video so that it would be more helpful. Basically, this is the very high level architecture, how the CMPivot works, basically, how the fast channel in SCCM works. So I'm not going to go through it detail, but you can get all these details in the description of the video. First of all, SCCM is not a security audit tool, or it is not a SOC tool, but the CM pivot is going to help you with some quick checks. If you want to have a quick checks on some of your devices very quickly, real time, this is the best tool. Let's try to go deep into it and try to find out what is it. Okay, so not a security tool, right? That should not be the expectation. That must not be the expectation. We will see how SCCM CMPivot can help you with some of the security audit stuff, right? Okay, real time data, it's almost real time data. You can get it through the CMPivot if the client is online. What about the cloud world? So in the cloud world, you can use Sentinel and Workspace, Log Analytics, Workspace, etc. KQL query to get the data and query the data, etc. But for that, you need to send all the event logs to the cloud, right? To Workspace, Log Analytics Workspace. I don't know if you have 100K or 200K devices. For the servers, it's fine. But if you have 200K or 300K workspace devices, Windows 11, Windows future release version of Windows, then I don't know how much feasible it is to send all the event log details to the cloud. And I don't know whether there is any business need for that, because servers are very business critical and very critical. That is why probably security folks are very keen to send server event logs to all these cloud Sentinel and log analytics, etc. But I don't think workplace devices it is feasible, because we have lot in numbers, right? If you compare it with servers. So CM Pivot is also using KQL, similar to KQL query language, the query language which is a subset of KQL. First of all, let's try to check with some specific event IDs. 4720 is the event ID when we create a local account on a computer, right? On a Windows 10 device or a Windows 11 device, this event will record it. If you look at the event log security section, you would be able to see this particular event 4720, and you would be able to see what is the account created this local account, right? Yeah, this is admin account, and if you go down in this event, you would be able to see what is the name of the local account, etc., etc. How SCCM CM pivots can help to check whether any local account is being created at Windows 10 device or Windows 11 device. There are different ways to find this out. We can use CM Pivot from Intune portal, MEM Admin Center portal, and otherwise you can use it from console itself, configuration manager console or SCCM console itself. And there is a standalone tool also available, as I mentioned over here. Standalone tool is also available to run this CM pivot queries, etc. Okay. So in this screenshot, I have shown how to do it from MEM Admin Center portal. So go to devices over here, and then under the monitor, select a particular device. Then under the monitoring, if you scroll down, you will get an option for CM pivot. If you are not getting this option, That means these devices, the device which you are checking, this particular device is cloud attached or co-managed. Okay. So if the device is not cloud attached, if the device is not co-managed, then probably you won't get this CMPivot option. That is something you need to take care. But from a SCCM console or configuration manager console, you would be able to run this query against all the devices. You can select a collection, and from collection, device collection, you can run the CMPivot query for all the devices. But in Intune portal, at the moment, it is possible only against one device. That is the main difference. So this is the query which I am trying to use. This is the first one is to check whether there is any event happened like this or not on the device, and the second is the difference is this one, right? That means within the 2 hours whether anything like this happened or not on that device. This is very generic. It will check all the available security event logs, but this will check only for the last 2 hours. Okay, that is the difference. So when you run this, when you run this, you will get all this information. Device name you will get, display, level display. It is an information, and what is the message? User account was created, and provider name and the event ID, right? And the date also. So all these details you will get as a result of CMPivot. So for that, you need to have the client online. So you have all the details about online client, what I mean by online client over here. So you can refer to that if you don't know what is online client. This is another event which I tried to check, that is 4724. And this is also interesting event. If somebody tried to reset the password of a local admin, then this event will get generated. So this is also important for security audit perspective. Sometimes if you have a specific scenario, and CMPivot can help you to get this details very quickly. So that is very powerful, right? This is real time data. It's not like something is sending the data to the cloud, and the data is getting aggregated in the cloud, and then the sentinel will provide you alerts, etc, etc. As you can see, I have listed down different logs, set of logs. Reset password, that is 4724. 4738 is for account is changed, some account is changed, something in the account is changed, local account. And 4798 is membership enumerated. 4722 is user account is enabled. So these are very important or useful event IDs which you can use. Password reset event you can see over here, and how to use this in CMPivot. If you want to check everything at once, you can use this. You can use an or method over here. Either of these event IDs, it will populate the details. See? The same thing, you need to put the query over here and then click on run command. Then it will show you the result for this particular device. This is from Intune portal or in MEM admin center portal. Okay. But from SCCM console, as I mentioned, it is pretty straightforward, and you can use it for multiple devices at once. Okay. Next, we are going to see that from SCCM console. So there are other advantages also similar to KQL queries. You can aggregate the data, you can show it in a graphical representation, etc, etc. I have linked the Microsoft documentation also over here if you want to read more about CMPivot. All these details are in the description of the video, okay, if you would like to check out. Okay, now switch back to console. Okay. what is happening. Okay, so this is the console CMPivot. If you this is for particular this particular device, and you can see this is a configuration managed device, co-managed or tenant attached device. And if you go down, you would be able to see CMPivot. If you click on that CMPivot, it will launch the CMPivot, and you would be able to run the queries as I shown in the document. So I'm not going to go into this, but I will directly go into the SCCM console and show it to you. I just try to show the a generic query, get you familiarized with the CM pivot. Okay, over here you would be able to see it is showing in the graphical representation. Over here you would be able to change that rendering options just like this. Time chart, I don't know whether time chart would be possible or not, but let's give a try. Okay, this is the time chart is possible. Now if you want to change it again to line chart or something, maybe it is not going to work. Line chart, yeah, because it says table must be a number. Okay, our table is not a number. Pie chart, let's try pie chart and run the query, and you can see. Okay, so that is a generic thing, rendering options which is available. Now let's go into this and check, is there any event local group or local user account created recently. Let's run this, and it is running, the query is running, and you would be able to see the status over here. 0 of 6 clients, 2 offline, and 0 failures at the moment, right? So query completed on 0. It might take some time. So you need to be very careful when you run this against a larger collection in a production environment. So I won't do that. I won't recommend that during, at least during the office hours, etc. Right? So you need to be very, very careful about that. Now one is completed, and the rest is still going on. It is checking. Why it is taking so much of time? Because it is going to each computer object in this particular collection. This is the collection name, HDMD IP range, data, blah blah blah, right? And inside that the collection there are 6 clients, and one client, it checked for one client, it connected remotely, and it checked, analyzed all the security events, and then it is coming up with this results. So now the 2 clients are completed. There are other 4 clients, I think. You need to have some patience. You need to wait for some time to complete this, and this is only applicable for online clients. 3 completed now. Probably we'll wait for another minute or so. You can check 4720, right? 4720. And while waiting for that, let me go to the Windows mission and check what is happening over there. This is the client device, and let me check whether the event is still there or the event is overwritten, right? So 47, now I can't see the event. Maybe it is overwritten. So that is something you need to kind of take care. Sometimes you need to be kind of careful, whether check whether the thing is overwritten, event is overwritten or not. So what I'm going to do is quickly I'm going to create a local account, CMPivot local, the name, full name. Okay. 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 So now the local account is created. Now let me check the event log again and confirm what is happening. Security, and click on the first event, that is now. Then find See, there are a lot of events over here. See, this one is 1720. That is basically the event which shows okay, user account is created, and what is the name of the user account? CMPivot local, and all the details, right? If you go up, you would be able to see again. Oh, the user account is enabled. User account is changed. Hey, uh, password change attempted. All these things are noted down there. Now let's go back to our CMPivot and see what is happening over there. It completed 3 out of 6. So even in the lab, it is taking so much of time. So you can imagine, and only for 6 devices. Maybe it is because my lab servers are not optimized for the production, but that is why I'm mentioning probably you need to be very careful about as running this query against a huge collection. So let's stop this and then run it again. And if you run it second time, it is pretty quick, you see. So yeah, that is there. See, now you would be able to see a result. One device is there, and CMPivot can check all these details, right? It says the entire message is there, and you can filter it down if you want. So if you want, you can filter it down, and if you want, you can right click and copy it and copy it to a text or something over here. So if you want to copy it and text into a text, you can possibly do that from the CMPivot. So that is going to be very useful for your security audit perspective. I'm not going to run this 2 hours query because I just created an account, so you can see that, right? So let's copy this and see. Okay, so let's try to stop this query and run the new one. All these events are already there in that Windows 11 device because we manually created, or we created I created a local account. See the results, right? This is the production. This is the device which we kind of created now, right? These are the details which we can get it now from that device. 4798, that is the event coming over here. And if you want to sort this out, then you would be able to see something like this. 4738 is there, 4798 is there, and all those details are there, right? It is coming from Win 10 device as well as Windows 11 device, and there are other devices also available in this. So lot of information you can get it from the CMPivot, if you want to do some security analysis. So that's good, I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's go back and try to run this particular command. This is again a different command. And this is the aggregate data. It will show how the count details with this particular text. So let's try to run that. Probably this is not going to work because I need to put, because of this, maybe I am going to cheat this with this. I removed that code, single code, and I just used this. Let's see, try to run this now, and it is running. At least I'm expecting one device where this event is there. We have seen that in one of the device which we did a few minutes before. So let's see. See, as you can see over here, one result is there, one count is there, and if I click on that, you would be able to see the message, right? It will again initiating another query automatically, CMPivot query, and it is going to give you all the details like device display name, data, etc., etc. That is also useful. If you want to check some more details, that is useful. Hopefully this was useful. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.